Hi, this is Firestarter, and this is a review of the Revoltech Naked Snake from Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Now, this is just a standard box, and I don't want to waste my time in explaining you all of the details of the box, so I'm going ahead with the rest of the review. The Revoltech Naked Snake uses its default gray fatigue with a lot of strings and military-grade pouches around the figure. For the untrained eye, it is easy to miss the Hideo Kojima logo on the right shoulder. Big Boss is sporting a full beard and his signature eye patch. The hidden secret is that the eye can move by just unpegging the head and moving the eyeball inside. To complete Big Boss, the bandana extensions are included. Naked Snake includes 9 hands, mainly to hold some weapons like the rifle, a pistol with a silencer, and some hand hooks to hang around, and the stun rod. The Revoltech box to store some pieces has changed to camo green, and the rest are stage parts and the slash effect that you can also see from other Revoltech releases. If there's a need to, the stand can be plugged under one of Snake's pouches or on the soles of his feet. The biggest takeaway in my opinion is the 25th anniversary Metal Gear box that needs to be cut out and glued the flaps together. To make the experience follow as per the Peace Walker game, Kyoto also threw an exclamation stand with a red and blue sign on each side and a sleeping sign. Before we discuss the articulation points for this figure, let me go through the gripes that I had initially for Snake. First is this gap between the neck and the chest. We have a gap here and it seems like it's there, so I always need to tilt the head forward so it would hide between the chest. So this is one of the biggest problems I had with the figure. Although sculpt wise on the head, he has a better looking sculpt than the initial photos that were released. And another thing is that the slings here are hindering most of the articulation if you want to close the legs together in the middle. So that's the reason why he is tilted on one side. It's not that because the one leg is bigger than the other, it's just that the slings are in the way so that it could balance out when you place this one on your table. Now the bandana is on the head. Since this is on a peg, it can move from it can rotate 360, so you can adjust the bandana accordingly depending on how you want to pose him. And then we have a head articulation like I mentioned earlier, but it can tilt like this. So it is separated on the mullet here at the back, and that's one thing that is very unique about Revoltech. And then we have a Revoltech joint here on the shoulders. The arms can move up and down, and then we have a single elbow joint, and then upper torso, and we have also a waist articulation too, so that's nice. And then we have leg articulation too, forward and back, side to side. And then Revoltech knee joint, and then this knee pad can fold too, so you can hide the joint here, which is nice. And then we have a ankle joint here that can move side to side too, and forward and back. So it's very standard. And one thing to note about Snake is that he is not like the other Revoltech releases that most of the back mold here is hunched, but this one is like straight up, so it's kind of better than other Revoltech releases. And that's all you need to know about Snake. My major gripes on the figure are the gap between the chest and the neck, and the slings on the crotch that make one of its legs longer than the other. Aside from that, I was taken abreast on the overall look of the figure. The head sculpt is actually better than the initial photos. Accessories are well made, and with Hideo Kojima's seal of approval, definitely a collector's item for all Metal Gear fans. And that is my review of the Revoltech Metal Gear Snake. If you want to know the possibilities and details for this figure, always check out the photos at the end of the video and subscribe to my blog for the full written review. This is Firestarter. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on my next review.